It's every motorist's worst nightmare. You buy a car after searching and driving, but then you realise after parting with your hard-earned cash that you've bought a lemon.
The cam belt went on it, so we went to not the actual dealer we got it from elsewhere, and they told us we shouldn't be driving the car. So somebody from where we got it from came to pick it up, took it back to tighten the cam belt up. We had that done, and then prior from that, the wheel started to squeal, and the tracking had gone on the front. So we tried to have that done. They said that was fixed. It still carried on, and then from there on, other problems occurred.
Julie thought that the car would have been thoroughly checked over. After all, she had gone to a main dealer.
We went because we didn't want to go to any backstreet garage. We wanted it from a main dealer, knowing what we were going to get was going to be good. And with having all the checks on it, 114-point check, you'd feel it would be efficiently correct and everything would be okay. But it worked out that obviously things weren't okay. Next time we will definitely be having it looked over before we buy a car.
We met up with Julie at the Automobile Buyers Service, or ABS. They are the UK's largest independent inspectors of cars. The word independent is important here, as they are not beholden to any manufacturer or dealer group.
I would expect the roof to be of original paint thickness, which that is as near as one would get to an original thickness. That's the depth of paint in microns. So then if we use that as a kind of reference and then move round the car, it immediately tells us that that panel has been painted.
In Alan's job, he often finds that people's pride and joy have a hidden history, one that is not obvious at the time of purchase.
It's fairly evident that the car has been damaged to the near side rear, with replacement panels having been put into the car. The job is reasonable, but it's not a top quality job, and the quality of the finish is not what you would expect from a good quality workshop, good quality body shop.
Now, this car was purchased from a main dealer. Now, most people would think they'd be pretty safe buying from a main dealer.
I think the problem comes that sometimes main dealers are not 100% aware of the stock that they're taking in.
So the lesson to be learned here is that you need to go much further in your detective work than simply run the registration number through a computer to find its history.
As you've seen in the example that we've shown you today on the Vauxhall, a data check does not show everything that a potential buyer of a car needs to know.
Why? What does it actually tell you and what doesn't it tell you?
The data check will only tell you if it's been recorded as having a major write-off by an insurance company, if it has outstanding finance, any number plate changes, or if it shows up as a risk car. A car that has simply had a bad accident and has not actually been written off will not be recorded, and the only way to determine this is by a physical examination by an expert.
I think it's very important, no matter where the car's purchased from, whether it be a private sale or whether it be a garage or a main dealership. Most people do not know the history of a used car, and in that respect it really does pay to have the car inspected prior to purchase. It saves an awful lot of problems and grief afterwards.